score.
Yeah, they're going to set a lot of screens for him to try to get him those open looks. And Gordon's going to have to stick with them all day.
Top of the key, Allen dumps it inside for Guerrero. I think we're going to see a ton of that.
Yeah, so far it looks like it's going to be a focus. He definitely has a size advantage in there, and being a senior, he's got the leadership there that he can take it to him.
6 remaining. First half.
Mercer switched it up to get into his zone, try to probably get that ball away from Guerrero a little bit.
Three-pointer, Austin. Swish.
That's what you got to be careful of, though, when you're in the zone. Brandon Austin looks like he may still be feeling it after his last game here.
28 Thursday night. That's his career.
Just something they're very careful with the rules these days.
So I got to be careful when I slap you upside the head that I don't get called for an F1 or an F2. Brandon Austin trying to put Samford in front, and does.
Yeah, that was definitely a smoother shot for him than his last one, where he's a little step further out, somebody running.
In Tennessee. See that zone again by Mercer, right? Here's one.
It's a 1-2-2, and if you can get that ball at the free throw line, you'll see that opening.
Allen with the home run ball. That's the freshman Robert Allen with his 12th three-pointer.
Yeah, freshman power forward for Samford, but not a
first half. Mercer with the lead. That's 3 if it goes. And then Lockett for the rebound.
You know, Sharkey hadn't got anything going yet for Samford.
Although he'll pick up an assist here.
It doesn't have to be scoring, but that was one of the first times he's really penetrated hard and gotten that dish off.
6 points.
And I wouldn't call that an open look. He's just good shooter, shooting over 50% this season from the three-point line. Shot that one from about 24 feet away.
Sharkey with the theft and the layup.
And that's just Josh Sharkey doing what he does. Creating steals, creating some chaos, getting down the floor.
3-point lead road. Will that change?
And you can see this zone. It keeps 3 guys out on the perimeter almost at all times, making it harder for Samford to get an open three-point look.
Kenyon Nolan, a long 3, the home run for Nolan.
And I wouldn't call that an open look. He's just good shooter, shooting over 50% this season from the three-point line. Shot that big, long kid that can match up with Guerrero in there.
Number 11, Fardaws Amick from Vancouver, British Columbia. That's who Boyd is talking about. Myron Gordon, a little teardrop. His first 2 points. Mercer leads 32-23. 5.
Making it hard on Samford.
Mercer coming off a 3-point loss to Chattanooga. And they were in that game, obviously, only down, or lost by 3. Home run Austin, his 3rd.
It started with the drive by Sharkey, kick out to Allen, who made the one win. You know, if you've won 10 in a row, that means you've won here and at your home. So they have beat Samford on the road before, and some of those guys definitely know that, but they're just, you know, it's not really about that right now. It's how active they are on defense and how well they're shooting on offense.
Robert Allen has a 3.
His 2nd of the day from the top of the key.
3.5.
Amick coming in, and size-wise, he made it a little harder on Guerrero, and see if they can get back in rhythm now that he's out of the game.
Near the 2-minute mark, Sharkey penetration, and he'll get rewarded. And now the 2-minute mark exactly. Mercer with a 12-point lead. 12 points. With 13 first half points from Hazel Green, Alabama. So enjoying a little bit of a homecoming.
Back in his home state. I'm sure he's got a crowd here today for this game.
Beautiful shot, Brandon Austin. And Austin now with 12.5. Mercer by 11. Mercer trying to get their first win on the road. And Guerrero again, that time on the 2nd tip by Guerrero.
Stayed after it, you know, and Allen also didn't really have much scoring inside.
3 that's off the mark. Well, the Mercer bench wanted that one. They knew momentum-wise that would have been big. Now Allen, who hit a pair of 3s, this time penetrates for 2.
There it is. Allen's taking it in twice now in the second half. You know, I think Coach Hoffman from Mercer saw that Samford's going to try to pound it inside a little bit more.
A 3 for Love, and he loves that.
And that Samford's got to have the goal to have that double-digit lead at halftime, try to cut it in half in the first 10 minutes. That would put the pressure on Mercer to see if they can finish.
By the way, that 3 for Daniel Love is first 3 of the year.
And it's almost like you just got to see it happen once as a team. Once they see it happen, it may roll for them after that as the season goes along. But I think you mentioned early on that they haven't won a road game yet, so they got to see one happen.
Robert Allen, I think his jump shot hit the top of the Hannah Center.
His third 3 today from the top of the key.
Dimitrievich.
Yeah, I know Samford wanted to get that ball into the big man there, but 3 hands around him from 3 different players, hard to lob it over the top.
Back to a double-digit lead for Mercer, which has just been cut to 7.
They could definitely use Nolan doing that a few more times. Again, a 50% three-point shooter on the season, but really doesn't take that many of them.
Dagger from the baseline. You work the clock defensively, and then someone hits a 3 with under 3 seconds.
And that's one you got to live with for the Samford side. You know, Kilby's only shooting about 20% from the three-point line right now. And so Sharkey came back and matched it. You know, Sharkey's had a quiet game so far, came in averaging 15, and that is just his 7th point of the day, but he does have 8 assists, so already over his SoCon leading 6.8 per game.
And a steal and a bucket for Sharkey. Lead down to 3, so we're going to see soon, can the young Mercer Bears not happy about giving up a possession. In fact, Samford could tie with a 3. Sharkey, and deflected there, and then Ruben Guerrero cleans up the mess. Mercer leads by 1, exactly 10 to go. Not happy about giving up a possession. In fact, Samford could tie with a 3. Sharkey, and deflected there, and then Ruben Guerrero cleans up the mess. Mercer leads by 1, exactly 10 to go.
We're told about it before, so they're watching a little more that time, and Sharkey sold it and got the call.
Sharkey will run the point. 5-point lead for Mercer. Wide open, Allen 3, got it.
Fourth three-pointer today?
Yes.
For Allen?
For Robert Allen. 67, a 12-point lead at the half. And a 6-point lead with under 4 minutes remaining. You got a stat for me, Mr. Kaiser?
Mercer scored 45 in the first half, and Samford's come out a lot more active in the second half, held them to 28 so far in this half, but we'll now be shooting the double bonus on both.
67, a 12-point lead at the half. And a 6-point lead with under 4 minutes remaining. You got a stat for me, Mr. Kaiser?
Mercer scored 45 in the first half, and Samford's come out a lot more active in the second half, held them to 28 so far in this half, but we'll now be shooting the double bonus on both sides the rest of the game, where you never got 72% free throw shooter, missed both those there.
Allen, hot from outside today. Sharkey, the penetration and the layup. Mercer by 4. Just above 3 minutes remaining. Mercer leads Samford by 6, 2:31 remaining in the second half. Legendary coach Bob Hoffman giving instructions to his club. TJ Dixon, what did Coach Hoffman have to say?
Yeah, it was a smart play by Stair getting that timeout while he's on the floor with the ball before somebody could tie it up and get a jump ball.
Sharkey, the steal. He's got an open Austin, and Austin leans back and finishes. So that's a career high 18 for Robert Austin to make it 9.
Yeah, it was a smart play by Stair getting that timeout while he's on the floor with the ball before somebody could tie it up and get a jump ball.
Sharkey, the steal. He's got an open Austin, and Austin leans back and finishes. So that's a career high 18 for Robert Austin to make it 19. They've got 43 points out of those two guys, and now add one more. Stair with 18. Samford trails by 9. 1:04 remaining. Sharkey and 1.
Yeah, it's the one thing you don't want to do as Mercer is let him finish at the rim at this point.
And the foul, not only that, but it stops. Airport is what? OKC? Or?
I'd go OKC.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
86-78. Mercer. Sharkey's got position. Sharkey draws the foul.
Third time in a row for Mercer. They're putting him on the free throw line.
Would you believe Sharkey's got 20 points now? Appears they're going to close this one out. This is tough. 30.9 seconds, 8-point lead.
And Coach Hoffman changed the strategy a little bit to put just a little bit of pressure on Sharkey so they couldn't roll the ball down the court, use a few extra seconds as he drives.
Sharkey with 23. 20 seconds remaining in the game. Mercer defense that failed them today, giving up 90 points, practically 90 points at home. And that's unusual, as well as they have defended this year. There's Sharkey adding on.
Yeah, for sure. And, the Samford defense was playing better there for a little bit. They've had to foul lately to get them up, but that 45 in the first half, getting down by 11 at halftime, just held that pressure and overcame it.
30 for Cummings. 5 seconds to go in the game. One more shot for Sharkey. Little contact, a basket, probably a foul, and then a trip to the free throw line for Sharkey. He has now set his career high